There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole. Then fix it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then fix it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, fix it. With what shall I fix it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I fix it, dear Liza? With what? With some straw, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With some straw, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, some straw. But the straw is too long, dear Liza, dear Liza. The straw is too long, dear Liza, too long. So is this song. Well then cut it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then cut it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, cut it. With what should I cut it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I cut it, dear Liza? With what? With your knife, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With your knife, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, your knife. But my knife is too dull, dear Liza, dear Liza. My knife is too dull, dear Liza, too dull. Well then sharpen it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then sharpen it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, sharpen it. With what should I sharpen it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what should I sharpen it, dear Liza? With what? With a stone, dear Georgie. What's your name? With a stone, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. With a stone, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, a stone. But the stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza, too dry. Then wet it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. Then wet it, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, wet it. With what shall I wet it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I wet it, dear Liza? With what? With some water, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, sweet Georgie. With some water, dear Georgie. Just go get some water. Please get it. In what shall I carry it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In what shall I carry it, dear Liza? In what? In a bucket, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, dear Georgie. In a bucket, dear Georgie, dear Georgie, just get a bucket. But there's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, dear Liza. There's a hole in the bucket, dear Liza, a hole.